Law Nation, come on, stand tall. Or not at all, baby. Y'all know how this day rock and roll. You're rocking with Law Nation Sports. The Cowboys truth is finally here.
Ready? Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
Come on, baby. It's here.
Should I say? I am.
One thing we all adore.
What more do you want from me?
Something worth dying for. Come on. Let's get it. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Brende, I see you, baby. Come on. Come on. It's game day, baby. Let's get it. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Let me say this again, ladies and gentlemen. If this your first time ever tuning in, the name is Law Nation. We talk Cowboys football and beyond. Let's continue to grind to shine. The fire, Jerry Wayne Jones, is a real tangible thing. And sometimes people wake up at different times, right? And the people that's waking up now is realizing what we've been saying over here. Oh my God, Law been right. Come on, baby. What's good with your daggone filthy Justin D? Jerry, you can't fire me. What Jerry, what you say? You can't pimp me. I'm a pimp myself. We ain't saying get rid of you completely, Jerry. We just saying step on down from the GM role. Yeah. Come on. Put hashtag fire Jerry Jones. Yeah. JWJ, baby, Jerry Wayne and things, man. Jerry. Appreciate you, man, so much, man. I really thank y'all for tuning in. It's one of those things, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls around the globe, that the Cowboys heading into this season, I'm optimistic guy, right? I'm not finna say the sky's falling. I still think that we going to the playoff this year, you know. Put playoff law in the chat if you believe so. You know, I don't think that we're going to crash and burn, but tonight we got to win. Yeah. We got to win tonight. This is a must-win game. This is a chin check game. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, and this is one of those things, whereas the Cowboys must stand tall with this. Look at all of the fire Jerry Waynes in the chat, man. Come on, man. Yeah. And the lie. Let me just break this down. I say this every other year, I believe. The lie is so quick. The lie, when you able to lie, it travels all around the world just like that. The truth, it takes its time. The truth don't rush. It don't race. It gets out of the bed, yawn, stretch, scratch, and then it politely put its slippers on and take its time to wash face and brush teeth, right? Put on a 3-piece suit, and the truth just takes its time, just weeble wobbling around, you know what I'm saying? And the truth will be in its 3-piece suit, fresh, with everything that you can't out-debate with. And then it knocks on the door. And it always, when it's time to hear that knock, you can feel it down into your cores. You know, here we've been talking about these particular things for a long time, not a short time. And everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, is now just now figuring these things out like, dog, these people have been telling the truth the entirety of the time. But you have to look like a fool before the truth accepts itself, right? When Noah was starting to build an ark, people like, hey, man, don't rain over here. I mean, this dude crazy, man. Why he building a boat, man? Why he getting all of these 2 animals and things like that? That dude out of his cotton-picking mind. But he was just continuing to build his boat, to continue to build his ark, and continue and continue and continue. And all of them folks, when it started raining, they say, hey, dog, can I get on? Come on, can I get a ride? No, because the truth takes its time, baby. And that's just what it is. And what old boy said, I want the truth. You can't handle the truth, you know. Yeah. So that's just what it is. So speaking of that, it is always good to hear this when I said right here. The facts of the matter have always been this way. This always been this way. You all just now seeing it, right? So that's just the reality of it. They are just now seeing it about Dak Prescott, about this ownership. And let me put some little deep music behind it, the safe room. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Come on with it. Here we go. Yeah, come on with it. And do me a huge favor, ladies and gentlemen. Before this train keep on rolling, hit the like, share this content. Let our Shaniqua and Pookie and Ray Ray know about this. Come on, baby. Let them know. Shout out to all of the Pookies. Let them know what law is about to say to you all.
If I'm just sitting here listening to you guys talk, we can see how bad it is. But as you guys start having the week to dissect the film, it feels to me like it gets worse and worse.
Yeah, and part of this reason is I don't think there's an offense in football that sets their quarterback up to fail more than the Cowboys do with Dak Prescott. The fundamental ways to get your quarterback to play better or make it easier to play better. You run the football, the Cowboys can't. You use play action, the Cowboys don't. You use motion, the Cowboys don't. You throw screens, the Cowboys don't. They're bottom 3 or 4 in a couple of them, bottom 10 essentially in all of them. In many ways, they're saying, Dak Prescott, we want this to be as hard as possible on you. Greeny, it reminds me a little bit, I don't know if you remember, when Brady went down to Tampa, initially, the way that I categorized it was, they're so reliant on high-end execution. It's the same with the Cowboys offense. And it's so easy for everyone to be like, this guy sucks. No, they're making it hard to execute consistently.
I could just leave the show, man. I don't have to say nothing else. I don't have to say another word. I don't have to say another word. This how it's always been. For at least 7.5 years is what I've been saying. It's been set up this way since 2017, 18-ish. Law, you must be out your mind. No, they had weapons. They had this. They had that. Bull sugar, man. Let's take a stroll down memory lane. If you want to win, ultimately, you're going to make sure that you have all of the best resources, all of the best materials, all of the best knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the game. Look, for example, when Jerry Jones got that star in Frisco building, or even the Texas Stadium down there in Arlington, you know, he didn't use first-time builders, right? He made sure that he got someone that got something on their resume or got something dealing with building. Well, what the Cowboys essentially did is that they took something and said, we're going to make it fit and his name was Jason Garrett. I'm only taking y'all down memory lane so that you guys can understand. And we went through that process, going through growing pains with Jason Garrett, right, for 13 years. And then all of a sudden, the expectations stayed the same, ladies and gentlemen. It was here even when we had the Chain Galeys. It was here even when we had the Dave Campos of the world. Super Bowl or bust. And all I've been saying is that even with Dak Prescott, how you elevate his game, G-A-M-E, is that he's a play-action quarterback. He is not this spread out quarterback that can go through his progressions and make all of the throws in that particular light. I've been banging on this table for many a moons and said, I want this brother from another mother to have 26 to 30 attempts throwing the ball. And if we can create the avenue of run game or some type of semblance. But so many people wanted to fight Law Nation about these particular small things, that he can't do this and he can't do that. But when I looked at every quarterback to absolutely win, they either made moves in free agency or they had some type of ability to run the ball. But Law, we are able to run the ball. How are we running this ball? Is it running to set up the play action pass? Is it running to pass? Or we just running because it's part of the script? Come on, baby. I can't make this stuff up. And the Cowboys elected to do peer-to-peer quarterback training, where they took a Kellen Moore and they said the guy that lost his position to Kellen Moore, who won his position over Kellen Moore, by the name of Dak Prescott, he's going to teach him something. And we went through those years to fast forward to now. What is our philosophy? What is our principles? We don't have no run game. We haven't brought in a situation to help alleviate the running game situation. Can somebody let me know when was Ezekiel Elliott drafted? Okay, 2016. What year this is? What is the average lifespan of a running back? Okay. Even if you had Ezekiel Elliott here the entirety of the time, and I'm not beating up Ezekiel Elliott, if you wanted to improve this situation, you would have had another running back, by the way. Who's our backup running back? Oh, Zeke, not even the starting running back. Oh, Rico is your investment. From Rico, there's another guy by the name of Deuce Vaughn. Oh, then there's Zeke. And we have the same expectations to win the Super Bowl every single year. I digress. Got a few super chats here, man. Appreciate everybody for jumping in and tuning in to these type of conversations. Oh, there's more meat that we got to talk about that's on this bone. Yeah, we're going to talk about this. 1758 games says, laughing out loud, I'm so happy that Jerry Jones is getting the blame that he deserved. I mean, it's 20 years later. You're right. There's no debate for that. The common denominator. DNP Nation. Lord, these losses are exposing the cancer within the organization, starting with the fans, coaching / schemes, and players. Yeah. Law, all three suck. I feel you. False hope. If Dalvin Cook tonight? No, it's no Dalvin Cook tonight. To a degree, the fans, we supposed to do this anyway, right? We're supposed to be in this situation, particularly speaking. most of you guys were fans of this team before Jerry Jones bought the team. And just because he moved furniture around in the house doesn't mean that you're going to burn down the house, right? You know, you still have your love for this particular team. Now, here's the thing. Collectively speaking, to be fair to the Joneses, because I'm like to be fair and balanced. So, Jerry, what people are saying is that they don't want you gone completely. We just want you to get the F out the way. Let somebody else, bring in somebody else to be the general manager, someone else to make these decisions so that they can go out and make things happen. It's too long and it's too late for us to be sitting around here waiting to pay CeeDee Lamb and you paid him anyway, waiting to pay Dak Prescott and you paid him anyway, and it finna start over again. We can't live through this again with Michael Parsons, right? So next season is going to be the whole Michael Parsons thing all over again. Do you pay him? Do you don't? You know, all of that stuff. We're tired. We're absolutely tired about that. Yeah, and change his philosophy. Yeah. So those are things that we are very much so upset about, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just sitting here.
This is the first year in my mind that Jerry Jones has let the team down. Jerry Jones, you knew you had a wide receiver 3 problem. You didn't solve it. Jerry Jones, you knew you had a running back problem. You didn't solve it. Jerry Jones, you knew you had a defensive tackle problem. You didn't solve it.
The thing is with the wide receiver thing, we as fans been banging on the table. We like Brandon Cooks. There's an ancillary piece, but we know that he's not the end-all be-all. And I'm not beating up Brandon Cooks. I showed you guys the average yards of separation just the other day. It's not much. I mean, Johnny Duncan and Bobby Ellis and Justin D, I think that they can get at less than a yard of average of separation. And that's crazy.
Jerry Jones, you knew you had a linebacker problem as it pertained to size at the linebacker position that could come downhill and smack folk. You didn't solve it. Jerry Jones, you knew you might potentially have a defensive back problem because even if Bland does not get hurt, Trayvon Diggs is still coming off an ACL injury in a position that has to run the most on a football field. Cornerbacks do not go out the game and back in the game like wide receivers. And you...
Woo! Hey, I just want to point this out, and I like Casey. Casey put, let me put, Casey, I love you. I love you. Hold on. Let me show you this. You won't believe it. Casey. Casey, JoJo. Yeah. Come on, Casey. Where JoJo at? Oh, come on. Hold on. Let me find this post. Bear with me. Hail Mary. I'm not beating up KC. I'm not beating up Brandon Cooks. But you put down too much respect for him. You know, it's too much. Yeah. You put down 1.9, right? You put down 1.9 yards of separation. KC put down 1.9 yards of separation. Boy, I wish Brandon Cooks could do that because look, he's getting 0.86 yards per separation. Jalen Brooks 1.16. He can't even give us that, you know. Come on. And I'm not beating up my guy Brandon Cooks, but come on. 0.86. The damn DBs are running the routes for you. Dak, why you can't make that throw? This dude trying to circumcise a net. Dak, in order for Dak to throw that ball, it got to be, that's a separation. Somebody got to get fired. Somebody got to get fired if we don't win this game. If we don't win this game tonight. If we don't win, don't y'all know that a .86, I'm in my 40s. I probably can get at least a little separation. Come on, man. Yeah, 0.86. Look, if I'm Brandon Cooks, I'm asking the people that do this stat analysis, hey, can y'all round up? Can y'all grade this on a curve? Oh my gosh, man. Got a super chat, man. Law, Cooks is good. I just feel like he's not getting used correctly. We always forcing CD and Ferg. I know stats one thing, but film says another. Hey. Let me see. Let me turn this up a little bit. I saw the movie the other night, Angry Management. Goose Farbar. Right. Shout out to Angry Management, man. Yeah. Adam Sandler played in that. Okay. And Jack Nicholson. You're right. Here's my problem with Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks can get separation if you slide him in side to slot. I think that the issues with him, and I like Brandon Cooks. Shout out to him, shout out to T-Mac and all of those boys. They work out with my guy T-Mac Elite Training. Is that when you take Cook and you put him on the outside, he do have 4.3 or supposedly 4.3, 4.4 speed, but I think that is not that now. I think it's more like 4.5, 4.6, right? We've seen him get a little bit ahead on some routes. But the thing is, with that play design, if you're a DB and you got Brandon Cooks on the outside, I'm literally fondling him back inside, right? I'm not worried about the boundary. I'm not worrying about him mossing me or bodying me out. I'm going to traffic him and fondle him right back inside where I have inside leverage, help, and all of this stuff. I don't need to have any threats of him, because even if I jam him and redirect him, and if he beat me over the top, I still got safety that can roll his way, right? So Dak Prescott is not going to hit this brother consistently when he's 5'9", you know what I'm saying? And he's getting only this much of a separation. And Cooks, he's not going to lunge and reach out and grab that ball. He's more of a body catcher, right? So what I'm saying is you rotate Cooks inside the slot, you put him on a drag, you put him on a deep crossover or a deep over. That's where you can see and utilize his skill set. But the problem is this is a log jam, because guess who else is inside the slot? CeeDee Lamb. You got two of the pieces that need help. And I'm not saying that Lamb is not I'm not saying that Lamb can't line up outside on a consistent basis. But Lamb and my guy Cooks, they both are inside slot guys, right? With two-way goals, and I get my separation that way. That's how Lamb is going to be utilized to his best capabilities. And then Tolbert, when he is on the outside, hear me out, I think that Tolbert, some days he like to fight for the ball and be aggressive, but then some days he get punked and he have concentration drops and he's not getting the separation that you would like to see himself. 2 yards. The league average is 2.96. He's about a yard away. He's a yard away, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the real Moose Knuckle. Wait a minute. Moose Knuckle, I know you're horny and all that, but let's go ahead and what we do around here, you know, want you to lean forward just a little bit. Y'all know what we do around here. Let me find my lean forward. Here we go. Oh, I don't have my lean forward no more. Oh, yes, I do. Uh-oh. Moose. 8.5. Okay. I mean, I don't want to do it to you. But all right, hold on. I'm going to give you a warning. I ain't going to block you. I ain't going to block you, Moose. I know you got a comical thing, so we're going to let you roll. We're going to let you roll. But that's just the ideology, okay? Yeah, okay. I ain't going to block you, man. You good guy. I forgot. You know what I'm saying? You're on the Kick app. You're not on the YouTubes or the Facebook. Appreciate you, man. Keep doing your thing, Moose. Help grow that platform over there for me. I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying something else. But yeah. We ain't going to let you lean forward. Glenn says Cook's never been a wide receiver too because of his size. We lack wide receivers with size. Lamb should be in motion on every play, sometimes as a decoy to free up others. Yeah. And DMP Nation, man, appreciate you. Musical chairs will fix that. Yeah. So appreciate you so much, man, for y'all support and love and adulation for this. All right, so let's talk about this. How do we win versus the quote unquote? How do we win versus the quote unquote Giants tonight? I would say this, ladies and gentlemen. The Cowboys got to start off fast, and this is a situation, and we got to stop this run. I know it sounds generic, but Singletary, the running back for the Giants, he's averaging 5 yards per tote. That is something that we have to look back at and say, all right, shoot. The Giants, you know, at the end of the day, they are high off of this win that they had last week. Of course, they are a kicker away from being 2-1 themselves. And I think that the Giants are looking at this thing collectively saying if they want to have any momentum, if they want to take anything to the bank, that they got to make sure that their playmakers can absolutely do something. And that meaning that they want their playmakers to be able to make some plays. And Singletary, Devin Singletary is a guy that I know for sure. Well, he averaged 4.7 yards per tote, and he got 197 yards off of 42 carries. He forced missed tackles, 17 forced missed tackles. That is a good number. 6 plays of explosive yards, 10 or more yards. He got 6 of them. We don't even have that on our side as it relates to running back game situation. Their offensive line, as of lately, they've been a better offensive line suit. They've been a situation whereas that particular team been better in that light. Let me see if I can pull this up so everybody else can see. Appreciate all of y'all's support. And, of course, we'll open up the phone lines and everything, so be prepared for that. And the phone lines will be brought to you by my bookie. Appreciate all what they do for these type of conversations and things. Give me 1 second here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull this up, and we're about to see the lineup here. Appreciate y'all so much, man, for y'all support. So with that being said, you may have to zoom in and see this right here. Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors, he's another guy. Well, Malik Neighbors, shout out to the LSU kids. Shout out to you. Where Action Power at? You know, shout out to the LSU kids. Malik Neighbors, my God, he's a good wide receiver. Yeah. Anytime he can make the acrobatic catch and find the soft spots in the zone, he got short area quickness. He don't have issues, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, of getting average yards of separation, by the way. So he's the piece that we haven't seen, and he is another guy that allows other fellas like Wan'Dale Robbins to get up separations and freed up. Battering ram. Wan'Dale, he's inside the slot here. Yes, he's 5'8" and some change. But, man, he is a good yak wide receiver, and you got to make sure that you playing the full coverage there. Slayton is a guy that's not afraid to take the top off the defense. Every now and then he hit you with a double move. We going to have Booth out there. Or is he? Y'all let me know in the next few hours who's going to be absolutely the other not safety, but DB for us, cornerback. So we got to be mindful of that. We can't play hero ball. Because here's what's happening. What they like to do is to run to open up the passes. We know that, Daniel Jones is a guy that will give you the ball, at least some chances to pick it off. So what we want to do ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, is figure out a way to, believe it or not, to stop this run and force these guys to throw the ball. If it's a situation where they can run to set up the pass, oh my goodness, I can see a double move and I can see some problems with this. I'm not giving you guys fear talk. I'm just giving you guys tangible conversations. Where the Giants win with this particular roster on defense is this front seven right here. Yeah, that's their front seven. And then, of course, y'all remember Simmons, who was their acquisition from last season. All right, so they got, my guy Action Power. I know you in the chat somewhere. They got your boy Float. You know what I'm saying? Float on. Slayton may not play. I hope he don't. All right, so Burns is a guy. Let me see if I can really set this up so that you guys can understand. Burns is a guy. Law is a guy. Thibodeau is a guy. And Bobby Okorike, or however you say that kid's name, he's another guy that they like to do these little gap blitzes and stuff like that. I guarantee you that they probably won't blitz for as much. I think that this is a situation whereas they blitzed the last quarterback, Deshaun Watson, he couldn't pick up things. But if they do blitz Dak early and often, Dak will make you pay. He's one of the better quarterbacks against the blitz in the National Football League. So I would love for them to really, really try to blitz my guy Dak Prescott. But the reality of it is this right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see if I can do the matchups. Hold on, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Team, where my team at? Boom. Yeah, this train gonna keep on rolling. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, all right, there we go. All right, so you guys can see it better now. All right, well, since they put the defense on top, let's do it this way. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, so this is the starting lineup that they have out of our base. Let me see what we got. And then this will be the nickel that will put Kendricks, Clark on the field, Parsons, Nealon, Osa, Law, okay? And then we have Carsons, who we heard news that he's going to be X'd out of this situation, right? And we have Trayvon Diggs, Hooker on the roof, Wilson on the strong side right here. So my thing is, and that's them going up against Neighbors. This would be a crazy situation. Slayton, this would be a crazy situation. I know this not, because I'm quite sure Diggs is going to be covering Neighbors. I don't see Diggs on Slayton. I think that's a situation. And like y'all said, that it could be a situation whereas Slayton may not play, right? Let me pull up the official chart right quick. Y'all bear with me. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. Be sure to hit the like, share this content. Let's pull this up. Appreciate y'all for y'all patience. Hold on. Here we go. The predictometer, 56.9% chance the Cowboys win, 42.8. Dak Prescott got a 12-game winning streak versus the Giants. I'm not going to take that because I'm old enough to remember last year the Cowboys had a 16 home game winning streak. And y'all let me know what happened in the last time in the postseason, what happened in that home game. All right, and let's go right here. Our leading rusher is Rico, 23 carries for 88 yards. Their guys, 42 carries for 197 with 2 tubs. Leading receiver is CeeDee Lamb, 13 reception, 218. There's 23 reception, 271 with 3 touchdowns. Pay attention to that number. All right, so here's what we got. Carson's doubtful, Marquise Bell doubtful. IR is Phillips, Johnson, and Chuma, which is already given. All right, so Drew Phillips, he's out. Adoree Jackson is out. Questionable is Darius Slayton. And Graham Gano, he's on IR. And as well as Gunner, whoever that wide receiver, he's on IR. So let's see what happened here with the Cowboys. Let me see. They won 21-15. They lost 21-18, and they lost to the Minnesota Vikings 28-6. So their last win was a 21-15 deal, and that is the Giants. So let's go back to this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So when we look at this, let's flip it over to the offensive side, and we'll switch it over, okay? Appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Defense, okay? What we want, the matchup that we want, I would take, if they are foolish enough, and I think they are, Isaiah Simmons, if he's going to be on the slot covering Lamb should have a 200-yard day. If Banks covering Lamb should have a 200-yard day. If Float covering Lamb should have, now behold, the Lamb should have a 200-yard day. I'm not worried at all with any of their DBs nor their safeties. And I think Pinnock last season had an INT on us or something like that. But this should be the day that you guys get a chance to see Dangerous Lamb get his quote-unquote $136 million value worth. Really, really much so, right? Right, ladies and gentlemen? All right, so the matchup that's concerning me a little bit is this right here. And see, PFF always have it right with Zeke being in the backfield. They do. I don't give a dog what y'all say about Zeke. But Zeke, to me, he can be the extension of your offensive line, and Zeke can do this number right here. He can do that number right here. He can help block Burns. Burns had a hell of a day the other day versus their offensive tackles the last week. And this is the dude that you don't want to play around with your food. I think that the Cowboys must understand that, because Burns, he will burn you. He's an edge rusher. They also have Bobby that can come off of that side. So you got to figure out a way to chip. You got to figure out a way to make sure that Brian Burns don't get off. He is a guy that's going to generate pressure. He had 7 hurries. He is a guy that had a sack last week, and he had a forced fumble, and he had 7 solo tackles. So he had a slow start. But the other guy that you got to understand is what they're going to try to do, ladies and gentlemen, is take this guy named Dexter Lawrence and attack the rookie. They're going to line him up at 0 sometimes. They're going to line him up against my guy Tyler Smith. They're going to twist on him on side where Zach Martin is at. They're trying to create this pot right here this spot right here, I can't talk, whereas Dak Prescott can't climb to go through his throws. You got Thibodeau, and they got Ojulari. I don't know where he's at on this thing. But you got to understand that they're going to create pressure. And two of the people that I've been having issues with on this offensive line, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, been Tyler Guyton and Terrence Steele. These are your two that I've been worried about. And if you don't have no edge control, I mean, it's going to give you that situation whereas you can't go through your intermediate nor deep throws. Because if Dak Prescott, and if he definitely don't have a pocket that he can climb up in, it's going to be a long night for us, ladies and gentlemen. So that's where I'm having my biggest reservations at, is on these sides. So that's why it's so important to have Zeke back here so that he can be that safety valve for my guy. And of course, I like the fact what Hunter Luepke can do. I do like Rico in spurts, but I prefer to have Ezekiel Elliott back there in the backfield to keep the quarterback upright and also to set the tone when you're talking about playing on the road in a divisional game. I need him back there. I need him to be back there, ladies and gentlemen. Wish Dak used all of his legs more. Still should be doing better. Yeah. And I seen my guy Duke Manyweather. He fought for Steele. He stats right here. Let me see. Boom. It's from my guy Alex Cash. He states, it's still having an issue related to an injury from last season or this more of a confidence situation. And then Duke responded, always keep your investments, Duke. I appreciate you. Dallas threw the ball for 51 times. 78, that is Terrence Steele, was beat for a sack by Matabuke. And there was probably two more plays he want to take back. One was Sweeze. He may have been late on, right? Sweezy may have been late on, right? That means Justin inside. I've watched the BLT game, the Baltimore game, a few times now. Dallas offensive line wasn't as bad as everyone is making it out to be. The entire team looked flat, though, and that is Duke Manyweather. Here's the thing. You don't want to throw the ball 40 to 50 times. Every lineman that you ever spoken to or will speak to, they love to run the ball. They love to be like, that's where Cooper Beebe eats at. That's where Zach Martin eats at. That's where Tyler Smith eats at. To a degree, even Tyler Guyton, he's really good on the run. Terrence Steele, physicality. These guys, north of 320 pounds, don't want to drop back every game. Yeah. Ice Cold said that BLT. That's what I'm thinking. Bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich. Sandwiches. Yeah, they good. Yeah. So that's just where it is, man. He's protecting it. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. Why don't Dak run like every other black quarterback? Lauren Michael, I not only black quarterback run, Daniel Jones run too. You seen Josh Allen? Jacoby, what's his name? Jacoby Brissett, he don't run. Yeah. Shoot. Now, just because you're black don't mean you can run as a quarterback. I'm just saying. What was the guy that played for? He coaching now. Played for Jaguars. That brother couldn't run. He used to be a quarterback back in those days. Played for Jaguar. I think he coached for Tampa Bay now. Just because you're black don't mean you can run. And Dak, I think that it's a bittersweet type of thing. I think that if we had any success from was it stereotype, man? No, it was the brother, man, that played for the damn Jaguars. I forgot his name. He coaching now. Yeah, he's coaching now. I forgot his name. Yeah. Warren Moon, Byron Leftwich, he didn't run, shoot. Byron Leftwich and Warren Moon, they didn't run, man. They wasn't running quarterbacks, So I think that Dak Prescott, since that injury, he's cautious with his running, He's cautious with his running. So that's just how that goes. Yeah, and if you want to say anything to be fair to Jason Garrett, at least he made the man stand in the pocket a little bit more. I do like Dak Prescott on rollouts or what have you, and he is one of the better quarterbacks. But you got to put those plays in there, It was Drew Bledsoe. That boy like a statue. Drew Bledsoe became a statue. But you know who was freakishly kind of good even when he gained weight and he was running a little bit? Was what's the quarterback for the Steelers? Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger was escaping the loo, wasn't he? but neither here nor there, man. Let's go. And Geno Smith don't run either. Yeah, Geno, So just because you're a melanated brother don't mean you can run. Oh, he's a black quarterback. He must be able to run. Yeah, so let's go to this fall lines, but man, brought to you by MyBookies. But before we get into that conversation, just be sure to check out MyBookies, and you can bet anytime, anywhere using MyBookies. When you go to MyBookies, use promo code LawNation. Them with the promo code, they will match up to $1,000, man. $1,000. All I ask, if y'all win something big, just holler at your boy. All right, so this video is brought to you by MyBookies. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. 100% match up to $1,000. That's that thou wow. You know what I mean? Plus $10 casino chips. Now, when you use promo code LawNation, we are also going to be able to double your earnings with that. So be sure and be mindful to use promo code LawNation. On top of that, loyalty pays really well over here. They got a loyalty program with MyBookies, whereas the longer you in with us, the higher you grab your tiers. It's like this. The more you play, the more you win. So that's a win-win deal with MyBookies. Keep in mind, when you're all around MyBookies, just use promo code LawNation, and we'll take real good care of you, because this is the most wonderful time of the year. Football season. Let's get it.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
657-390-7391. Well, y'all naming all of the black quarterbacks. Rodney Pete, Aaron Brooks. Them brothers couldn't run. Hey, but put it like this. It's not whether or not you have the skill set to run. I'm old enough to remember this dude, Peyton Manning. I'm talking about with the robot neck and everything. Y'all remember that game? We had Peyton Manning down at the 1, and he ran it in. He fooled everybody. Peyton Manning was running. I said, God, dog. He ran a touchdown in on the Cowboys. So it's all about how you design the plays, too, though. Yeah. And I know Dak Prescott is faster than Peyton Manning. Y'all remember that play? Come on. I know y'all remember that play. It's all about designing the plays, though, That's how it goes, unfortunately. All right, and put your score predictions down. I got from the 803. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by MyBookie. Coach Marv.
What's going on, Law? How you doing, brother?
Not much, man.
Hey, man, check this out, man. Let's talk this game plan here.
Okay.
All right. For those who follow me on the Boss Cowboy Sports on live stream, they're known for the last couple of weeks. I have been streaming every time we blow a first down, when we get on offense and we blow a play or we have a negative play on first down.
Right.
when we pass on first down, which we are passing on first down more than any other team, just about any other team in the league right now.
Right.
And the top 10, but the top 10 offenses in the league, most of them are running the ball on first down.
Right.
Because the most important thing on first down is to get yards. I don't care if it's 3 yards.
Yep.
It's the most important thing because then you put the emphasis, you put the ability to get a first down more in the offensive hands, and you take it out of the defensive hands of controlling the offensive possession.
Yeah.
Too many times we go back to make passes and we're looking down the field, but what's more important is just getting the completion. If it's not there, let's drop the ball off to the running back right then and get the completion. And if it's not there, let's get the completion and then we can get into rhythm. This is what's wrong with our offense. And and if this continues, we're going to be even worse. We're going to even be mad at our offense than we're going to be at our defense, because going in this type of situation, as you get on longer in the weeks, if you have that type of flaw in your offense, it's going to get harder and harder every week to be able to score points.
Right.
So first down, I want everybody to give them a little homework for them tonight. Watch on first down. If we are averaging 2 to 3 to 4 yards on first down, watch how much our offense moves, because we got a great third down quarterback. But if we get into favorable positions and we can start getting first downs on second down, 2 things we need to watch: how well we do on first down, and that we don't have as many third downs. If our third down,
it's the old classic, Coach. I would rather take 2nd and 8 versus 2nd and 10.
Right, and I rather I gotta have some possessions where I'm getting first downs on second down.
Right.
Because if you look at our defense is not our third down conversion is good on our defense, but we ain't letting teams get to the third down. Teams get first downs on second down and first down. So that's one of the keys. The other key is that we just gotta. You said something earlier, and I'm not getting on you about this law. Right. But I depend on you not to do this, right?
What's that?
I would never reference that CeeDee Lamb is going to earn his $36 million.
I'm talking about. I was using that like tongue in cheek because you got to give it what I was saying with that. Yeah.
And I understand, but our fan base and others, they sucked this up because what we did, we started doing put unrealistic expectations on players and saying that that's what you have to do to be able to. But no, your job is to be a part of a team, that to do your part, and sometimes it's going to be a big part, sometimes it's going to be a medium part, sometimes it's going to be a decoy part, sometimes it's going to be any type of part for the sum of the pieces to win games.
No doubt.
I don't want us to get into this battle of. I know Diggs got a battle this week because of the guy that said something to him, but I want him to understand it's not about a battle if you shut this guy down and he catches in the balls. It's about if you win, because you could shut him down and not catching the balls. If you lose, they're gonna talk bad about you.
No doubt.
So it's about if your team win. I'll tell you this: if I was a coach in this team, I would say this: there's not going to be one individual or one person on this team or one unit that's going to get us out of this hole or this hole we in. Because if you look at the last 6 games we have played, we hadn't played well in the last 6 games. I ain't even talking about going back to the last 3 games. If you go back at the end of the regular season into the playoffs and the beginning of this year, we hadn't played well. In the last 6, 7 games, we hadn't played well, but maybe one time, right? So what I would tell them is, it's not going to be no one person. We're not going to get nobody off the street that's going to help us. And we're not going to get nobody. It's going to take all of us sacrificing our individual goals for the team. I want to see a team play. The other thing I'm going to let you go along that I want you to watch, and I want you to really pay attention to this. When you watch other teams play, when you have a defensive player make a play or stop, watch how our team never comes together. It doesn't seem like we even celebrate each other when we make a play.
Okay.
Watch us now. We don't even celebrate. We may have one guy come on there, slap a guy across the head, but it's not that we celebrate a guy. A guy makes a play and seem like that's a sign to me that we are all individuals, and it's not, that's not a good sign. But if we can come together, and when it's adversity, what we need to do is circle the wagon.
No doubt, Coach.
We
Yeah,
got
I'm definitely going to look into that. Appreciate you for calling in. That's Coach
Circle
Marv.
the wagons today.
Yes,
that's
indeed.
the thing tonight. Circle the wagon.
No doubt, man. That's Coach Marv, man. Put your hands together for Coach Marv. Sometimes when you look at the street corner guy, right, and they got this game that they play. Whereas, have y'all ever seen they have these 3 little objects over it, and they have this one little red ball, and they do like this, and they say, hey, if you can see the ball, then pick it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the name of that street thing, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And I tell people all the time when they come into New Orleans, when I was down there in New Orleans, don't play that game, dog. Don't play it, man. They gonna get you every time. And you be walking by, and you see that person on the street corner, they playing a game. He plays. If you can track the ball, you can win money, right? And then as soon as you walk by, somebody say, "Yeah, I won, man! I hit it. I got the big money, man!" And they be having stacks of paper. I'm talking about stacks of paper, ladies and gentlemen, like real tangible dollars. Man, where them dollars at? They be having stacks, you know. And you tell the people that's new to it, like, "Hey, man, it's all a scam." Because the person that absolutely won, they in on the doggone trick. They in on the trick, right? Yeah. They in on the trick. So you get over there and say, let me get a shot at it. And then you lose. And you say, look, double it or nothing. Then it might make you win just a little bit so that you can go back and get most of your money back. And then you feel like, oh, I done won $20 this next time. I know for sure I can win this $1,000 or this $2,000, $3,000, and you try to do it again, and just keep your hand on it, keep your eye on the ball, and it's all a trick. The Cowboys don't have that illusion at all. Sleight of the hand. What's the name of that game? Bottle caps. Appreciate y'all. I don't play it at all because I don't like losing, you know. But here's the thing: the Cowboys don't have that illusion. We have every chance and every opportunity to make that an illusion for us in the good. We got Cavante Turpin. He can be the red ball. We got Jake Ferguson. He can be the red ball. And ultimately, we have CeeDee Lamb. He can be the red ball. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is that when I looked at it and I heard what Coach Marv was saying, is that we don't have that absolutely situation. Play action is 24, and we 18th in the National Football League. Motion at the snap, 23rd. Dog, you have the 29th. You have the ability to move these guys around, man. Don't you know how difficult it would be if you got Cavante Turpin? I don't give a dog if he's 100 pounds. He's a 4.29 guy. Motion him, move him around. Make the defense sweat a little bit, you know. Screenplays. We only did 8 of them. We only did 8 of them, right? Tied for 25th. Yards per rush. We 29th in the National Football League. 29th. If I'm Mike Solari, Jeff Blasco, or if I'm the real general manager, I'm pulling these numbers up, and I'm sitting here looking at everybody. I'm the GM. I'm looking at the coaching staff. I'm looking at everybody, and I'm saying, you got a Hall of Famer, Zach Martin. You got a role grader named Cooper Beebe. You got also Tyler Smith, who is a role grader himself. You can't get 4 yards, man. Our very first play should be power I formation pro style pro set. It shouldn't be no, excuse my French, it shouldn't be no damn shotgun 21 slam. He shouldn't be running out of that. Line it up with power. Let Hunter or somebody be a fullback and saying, we finna attack one of these. We finna go, let's start off with yards per rush, man. That's bad. We gonna knock down some of these. This should be the meeting. That come to Jesus meeting, whatever they had, they should pull this chart up right here and say, how do we rank amongst the other professional football teams in the National Football League? First and foremost, let's talk about the things that, damn it, we can improve. For one, I know for sure, motion at the snap. There's at least 60 plays in a game. I need for somebody to motion. I need for somebody to do the sleight of hand. I need for somebody, watch me, man, which hand it in. I got this cap. Which hand is in? Was it the right or left, y'all? Y'all put it in the chat. Which hand do I got this cap in? Put it in the chat. Right or left? I got it in the right or left hand. I need to do this, man. To put R if I got it in the right hand, put L if I got it in the left hand. Come on, y'all. We playing this game together. Come on. K says left. Ram says right. Christian says I'm done. Come on. Which hand do I got it in? Come on. My left. Okay. I got it in my right hand. Now, let me do it again. Yeah. Which hand do I have it in? Which hand do I have it in? My right or my left? Come on, y'all. Come on. See, Ratio say he wasn't watching. That's a first down. If he wasn't watching, somebody put L, put R. Show me one more time. Yeah. I got it in my right hand again. But by me motioning and stuff, you don't know which hand. You don't know which hand is it. You don't know which hand. And that's all we got to do. We got to do some motion, baby. Oh, 3-card Molly that's the name of the game. 3-card Molly. Yeah. But what the damn Cowboys do, and I can't stand Mike McCarthy for this. They just do like this. Yeah. Here we go. Let me go play. Let me reenact. Let me give y'all some tangible stuff. Let me pull it up on a bigger screen. Yeah. Let me show y'all what we do. Let me show y'all exactly what we do. No illusion, no.
See, when you invest in something?
No investments, none of that stuff. Let me show y'all what we do. This is what we do, y'all. We show y'all the head. And we show y'all the head. And we do like this. Hold on.
Yes!
Here we go. Yeah. First and 10. Okay, let's do it again. Yeah, what hand I got it in? What we get? What hand we got it in? Yeah, second and 10. All right. Let me go.
Here we go.
Third and 10, 3 and out. Come on. You didn't do none of it. You didn't at least do this. You didn't even switch the hand. Come on. There's no efforts in that, man. Mike McCarthy, all you got to do is at least sometime put it in the other hand. Come on, put it in the other hand. Just put it in the other hand. Come on, man. Oh, my gosh. All right, so put a little motion in there is what I'm trying to say, man. I got Soul Goddess from the 347. You're live. Yo.
No, you having too much fun being a hustler out there. What's going on?
I'm trying to hustle.
I actually wish Coach Mar have gone behind me because I was thinking earlier, you know how we always trying to do creative stuff with the line?
Right.
For the O-line, I'll get to the defensive real quick because I know you have other callers. But for the O-line, I was wondering because Steele, I don't know what's going on, if he's in his head or what's going on with him because he's had issues since before last year technically. If we just bench him a little, and it sounds crazy, but why can't we move Tyler Guyton over there because that's where he played predominantly in college. He was a right tackle. And we just moved him to left. And I'm thinking that's where the disconnect comes from him because he's always leaning because usually he's turned the opposite way. And, you know, body instinct, it takes a while to train that out of you. But, you know, he didn't really play left tackle. Cowboys do what they always do. They draft people for one position and then have them play a totally different position and say, make it work. So if we move him, Ben Steele, move Guyton over to right tackle, and then kick Tyler Smith over to left tackle because we know he did that when Tyron was going down with his back problems. He was able to do that, and he did it well. And then bump up P.J. Bass for right now. Maybe that will help shore up the O-line and give Dak some time. That way he also has time to either extend the play, roll out, or also give a chance for the receivers to get open and get some separation.
You make a very brilliant point. It's too many.
I mean, we can't go get nobody. We already know Jerry Jones is not about to go do it. So just use what we have properly.
Here's the thing. There's layers to it, right? The need to be right is the thing that the Joneses live by. They will fall on the sword. They need to be right. The cushion, like we going at the Joneses right now. Fire Jerry. I guarantee you, none of the people that's in the media that goes to the media party and is going to say, yeah, if Jerry fire you. They ain't going to wear no Fire Jerry shirt to GM. They not going to do that.
Hell no. $11 I want to party on the yacht too.
Yeah. So they not finna do that. Two, the other thing is there was too many praises, right, for Tyler Guyton during the offseason. There wasn't a single person that reported, that stated that Tyler Guyton is going to struggle. He don't look good. Everybody from the media, even if it spills down to us, saying Tyler Guyton was world class during this offseason, right? So in the Cowboys, and they gave all of the Cowboys, they gave him flowers too.
That's like what they said. That's just like what they said about Parsons. Parsons was this savior at linebacker, and then we ended up using him as, you know, defensive end, and then look at where he's at now. So it would actually make Jerry look even better because, hey, you got him for this, and look at your genius. Because you picked this guy, you can also move him over here and look at the talent that you have.
The Cowboys are so stubborn, whereas I've seen they will make the necessary changes, but it takes a year. I've seen Chaz Green. All they had to do was just Benson. I seen Cam. I seen Cam Fleming. And then they went back and got another Cam Irvin. You know what I'm saying? And I seen Toughening, you know what I'm saying? I've seen after Toughening, we seen Chuma Edoga. So them boys are not going to change.
I don't want Chuma and Asim Richards. We've seen enough of them. We know they're not going to do, and they're worse than Steele. So they're not going to help the situation. Right. And as for Duke, that people are talking about, because we know they're not going to get rid of him. He's the feel-good story.
Right.
Why don't we use him the way we used Tony Pollard when he first came in and have him attack the edges as a running back? Because we know he can't run up the middle if they see him coming. Maybe if he was running behind Hunter Lupi, you know, as a fullback, use him and run him that way, it might help. But he's not getting enough. They're not creating enough of a lane for him. He's so far behind the line in the backfield. By the time he gets to the line of scrimmage, the O-line done collapsed. That's why he's not making it to the secondary. He very rarely makes it to the secondary. You notice when he does, it's always on the right side. It's always on the edge. He attacks the edge just like what's his name used to do? Pollard.
Pollard. I haven't seen in a regular season Deuce get a 5 or 6 yard carry yet, you know. So I seen him do it in preseason. I just don't think, like, most of the times we talk about player speed and things like that. If Deuce was a 4-4 guy, 4-3 guy, I get it at his size. But he looks like, in a regular season, he looks like he's a 4-6 guy. He looks like he's trying to power and slam it back inside. Hopefully tonight we can see some of his burst and acceleration that we've seen in preseason game. But it seems as if, though, in the regular season game, instead of being a 4-4, 4-5 guy, he's running like a 4-6 or a 4-7 guy. I hope that he's trying to cut back inside. And I like the storyline.
They make him try to run up the middle. That's true. On the defensive side, before I go, I was laughing. I was like, you know the game Kiss, Marry, Kill, or whatever the situation, that game? I was like, yo, bench Malik Hooker, because I don't know, he's not really doing it. Exchange Clark to the back where Hooker is. Bring in Thomas where Wilson is, and put Izzy where Carson is.
Ooh.
Because we have never really seen Izzy. Every time we've seen Izzy, he's been covering for a quarterback. You know, Antonio Brown, when he had him, he was on the line. As long as when he's on the line, Izzy covers well. So Izzy doesn't play. You want to see Izzy on the line. You don't want to see him offline. When he was on the line, he was shutting it down. We remember that's when he had all them flashes, and then they would put Anthony Brown back out there. So we've never really, and then Dan Quinn didn't really use him. I don't understand why, but he never really used them. The few times he went on the field, Izzy was shutting it down. He was doing good. So put him on the line up front to, you know, help contain the edges. He was helping do that. So maybe, you know, get him back over there and have him over there where Kalen Carson is for right now until you figure it out, because what we have is not working.
No doubt. Good call from you. So, what you got for the score? What you got for the score prediction?
Score prediction, I just feel like as long as Dak got time to get the ball off, it don't matter if we start slow. I think we'll probably get 30 plus. I see 30 plus, and maybe the Giants doing 20, 25 with the way the defense is. The defense just really can't stop the run. And the Giants do have a good defensive line. I have to give them. They've put in the work to get the trenchman on both sides of the ball. So I see them making it to 20, 27, but I just see Dak getting hot. You know, once he start rolling, he just start carving them up. You just have certain teams' numbers, and Dak just seems to have the Giants' number. I hope that continues. And how about them Cowboys?
How about them? Appreciate you so much. That's a good call from Soul Goddess. Oh, I got some news, man. The Cowboys are elevating, of course, Carl Lawson again, and I forgot all about this guy. Amani O'Rourke. God dog, I'm messing with his name. Amani. They elevating Amani in them, you know. So he's the guy that's been elevated. So it's kind of like, you know, I forgot about him, maybe, just maybe. But I do like her story on how to improve this, because we seen Booth out there and, you know, getting burned in preseason, and I don't want to relive that, right? But Amani O'Rourke, or how you say that man's name, I think that's a good little deal for us, bro, for real. So news just hit from my guy. Defy Talk, and I got some good tape on him, so it's a little bit better than Booth, so hopefully it'll be a situation there. Amani O'Rourke, I think that's how you say that man's name. I have to look at it and practice saying it before I say it. He got one of them type of names. So somebody says, who? O'Rourke. So that's his name, man. And hopefully, let me see if I can do it like this. Hold on. I'm going to do like this, do like that. And I'm going to go to Twitter. Pull up Twitter right quick. Hold on, bear with me. Can't blindly pull up Twitter. Twitter these days, you never know it's going to be on the top feed. Yeah. Hold on. Bear with me. Boom. Amani O'Rourke. There we go. Come on. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. And we will let the next caller on. And Amani O'Rourke. He was let me do like this, boom. I thought they had some highlights of him, but they don't have any highlights of him. Y'all just go type in my tape. No tape on Amani and them? Shoot, come on now. But that's the dude that they elevated up, you know. Okay, here we go. I had some spaces in there. Hold on, let me see if I can find any tape. They got this one right here. You know, he was able to snatch this ball up out of the sky. Yeah. So if we can get a piece of that, if we can get some of that in our system, that would be good for us, man. So Amani would be a guy, and he's more polished, I guess, as far as NFL experience than what we had out of Carson's, right? So that's just what it is. Cowboys just trying stuff, man. You ain't lying, Camo. Yeah. Oh, worried. Oh, slick. Oh, we worried. Money. Oh, we worried. That's his name. All right, so I got Glenn Law. Then I have $100,000 from the 202. You're live, and that was a clip from 2021. But you're live, Glenn. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's up, Law? Thanks for taking my call. Great show as always.
Appreciate you, man.
So I got a question. Maybe it's a question. I'll give my answer. You give me yours. What was the off-season plan after last year's destruction? Because in my view, the plan was just to get tougher up front, right? Get tougher on the offensive line. They obviously didn't do anything in free agency. But what in your mind was the general plan of the off-season?
Oh, wow. Damn. We had to rely on our rookies like Cooper Beebe and Tyler Guyton. We was going to do, whereas I think that Tyler Biadasz versus Cooper Beebe, I don't think that that's a glaring hole there. You know, I have to look at Tyler Biadasz tape, but I think that Cooper Beebe, we know that he's going through growing pains. And I know this, like, he's going to be better in November and December because he's getting these reps in.
Yeah.
So I got that.
Yeah.
The Tyler Guyton versus Tyron Smith, that's the one, whereas left tackle is nothing to play with. You hit or miss with left tackles. On top of that, it's one of the things where it's one of the hardest positions to learn in the National Football League, and it's the quarterback's blind side. So by the fact that Tyler Guyton played right tackle last year, and to try to learn a whole new side, you know, it's got to go through some growing pains. So that's it.
Yeah, and I think we're in complete agreement on that one. And what's funny is that last year they couldn't really run block all that well, but they could pass block decently, in my opinion. I thought they were decent in pass blocking, not great up the middle, but decent, right? This year they can't run block, but they're even worse in pass blocking. And I'm thinking in my mind, man, what in the world did we just do? So, you know, it kind of puts, I think, McCarthy in a bind because, you know, one thing that he could always rely on is scoring a bunch of points, right? And when you're scoring a bunch of points, your defense doesn't have to be all that great. And I think Dan Quinn, and looking at this, I think Dan Quinn may be getting a little bit of redemption here. What I mean by that is we all agreed that his scheme was kind of played out, right? But I think the one thing that he knew is that we couldn't play straight up base and stop the run. So what did he do? He loaded up the box, put a bunch of safeties there, hoping that we can get a bunch of turnovers, and it generally worked the first few weeks of the season, or the first few months of the season. Yeah. But obviously we ran into problems as it got late in December. So now here's
the thing, though, Glenn. Dan Quinn was the Cowboys head coach, next head coach, up until week 7. Think about that. He was everybody like, man, you know, remember, you know, this team is being carried by the defense. This team, and I felt as if, though, you know, you still going to deal with the Joneses being the Joneses. Like, he banged on the table for Bobby Wagner. I think my guy, Boss Cowboy Sports, did reports on that. He didn't get it. He banged on the table for a few other guys. He didn't get it. I get all of that. So he was the head coach. He was be the next head coach up until week 7. Something clicked on the offense, and it saved. I think Dak Prescott single-handedly, him and CeeDee Lamb single-handedly saved Mike McCarthy's job and fired Dan Quinn by them being so successful on the back end of the season. And Dan Quinn is on his way out. Why would he flower the waters? You know what I'm saying? Even water the flowers, right? Like, why would he do that? You know, he had his mind already gone because he knew that the end was coming for him. That's why I said sabotage.
That's fair. And I'm not sitting here trying to defend Dan Quinn at all.
Right.
I was ready for him. Yeah. But I take the point. I think the larger point is that McCarthy's going to have to figure out a way to score a bunch. We're going to have to score 30 points a game to win, because last year we couldn't stop the run either. But the one thing we could always count on, Law, is we could always count on getting up by 2 possessions, forcing other offenses to abandon the run. See, that was our run defense last year.
Right.
Putting you on a bind by getting behind by 10. If you get behind by 10 on the Cowboys, you're going to lose.
Right.
And the problem is that we're not getting ahead. And so if McCarthy doesn't basically do what you just said, which I completely agree, put Lamb in motion almost, if you have 60 plays, 60 snaps, Lamb should be in motion on 45 of those snaps, because you're going to get 2 things.
Yeah.
You're going to get a pre-snap read on what the defense is, which is going to help Dak out. But then you're also going to scheme other players open, right? Because you're going to draw all that attention, and then you can get some easy throws. You got to give Dak some help, just like Orlovsky said. And you got to start copying other teams' plays. Get back to that. Do what you did last year. Copy Shanahan, copy McDaniel, because we got some pieces. I'm not saying we got the best roster, but use your pieces, show power, and do, straight drop back pass sets. I guarantee you people are going to be open, because they're going to be all over that run. And do that motion every single time.
Yeah, every single time.
Because you're definitely going to get favorable matchups.
Man, and that's man, Glenn, you killed it on this call, man. What you got for the score prediction if you want?
All right, so I'm going to go Cowboys. I think this is it. This is a must-win game. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to go ahead and say Cowboys 30, Giants 20.
Okay, that will be right up our alley, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Glenn. Yeah.
Thanks, Paul.
That's a good call from him, man. Yeah, I mean, there's no rebuttal to what he's saying. Mike McCarthy, he got to want to win this, man. Like I say, and I'm only using this as an analogy, We're going to take the money, right? And we're going to ball it up and put it in my hand. Which hand do I have it in, right? Which hand do I have it in? And the Cowboys consistently, only 23 times in 3 weeks, did like this. And they made it such an easy way to roll coverage, to bracket, to play sound defense, and take away CeeDee Lamb. So everybody knew where the money is at. All we're asking Mike McCarthy to do is just send somebody in motion. Send it, do a little sleight of the hand, you know what I'm saying? And give it a situation whereas it makes it difficult for the opposing team to figure out where the money is at. You can still be stagnant, Mike. Right? We can't be this predictable. Yeah. Which hand do I have it in, ladies and gentlemen? Right or left? You know what I'm saying? Which hand do I have it in before I let my guy 100 grand in? Which hand do I have the money in? Come on with it, Yeah, which hand? Yeah. Come on, somebody got it in the chat. The left hand. Yeah, it's in the right hand. Slick, send me your cash app, man. I'm going to send that money your way, bro. Appreciate you, man. 100 grand, man, with the plan brought to you by my bookies, man. What's good?
What's going on, my guy? What's
man,
going on?
All is well, bro. Mm-hmm.
My bookies. Play of the day. New York Giants with the points under the total.
Okay.
Cowboys money line.
Money line. Okay.
We win the game. But we ain't gonna cover that 5.5.
Oh, we're not covered 5.5.
We ain't gonna cover the 5.5. It's gonna be a close game, Law.
Oh wow.
A close game.
Ooh.
I could see 2017.
Ooh. 20-17. Yeah. That's 4 weeks in to Cowboys offense looking stagnant. And there's going to be a lot of people mad. But here's the good thing about it. I don't give a dog if it is the Giants. If you're holding these boys to 17, like I think that we have a strong chance to win every game this year, remainder of this year, if we can hold every team to 16 to 17 type of points, right? I think we will have a better year altogether if we can do that, bro. For real. Yeah.
I think so too. I think this week is going to be a week where our defense shows up, and this is going to be a week where, offense is still going to see some growing pains from the offense, but you're going to see some flashes.
Yeah.
You're going to see some flashes as well. I feel like this game right here, because think about it.
Right.
It's 3 days later. What can you do? You're not going to see a whole bunch of corrections, and we're going to come out guns a-blazing.
Yeah.
Maybe the Pittsburgh game
is
a better chance you might see a better offense in the Pittsburgh game. But this game right here, no.
Okay.
Our defense got a better chance of buckling down because, come on, Law, it's the defense. The defense has, they can make things happen quicker than your offense can. So I feel like our defense is going to set the tone and have us win this game, and our offense is going to do just enough to get us across the finish line. But it's this game, we're going to win this game because of our defense.
Okay. So it's going to be a defensive-led game. And I mean, they got Float. They got, Simmons. And they got Banks. That's their, and if we can't muster more than 20 points against them, I'm talking about just from a offensive area attack type of situation, then I'm going to have reservations throughout the entirety of the season. 100. I'm just being 100 with you, bro.
Again, we all know Mike McCarthy. And Law, I understand how but you gotta factor in play calling too.
Yeah.
You gotta factor that in. If Mike McCarthy want to run the football, Law, he want to run that ball no matter what. He talk about it. Think about it now. He's been talking. Running game hasn't been getting enough attempts. Mike McCarthy is going to come out, and unfortunately, they're going to run that football today. I'm telling you now. They're going to run the ball. So you ain't going to see CeeDee Lamb and these boys go deep like that. Not this game, and I'm going to tell you why. Again, we played on Sunday. It's 3 days later.
Okay.
What time do you have to create passing concepts like that? When we made the turnaround last year, that was during the bye.
Facts. Okay.
So it's going to take more than 3 days to make the offense get bombs away. It's going to take more than 3 days. It's going to be a running game type of game. That's what it's going to be. You might get a couple of shots down the field. That's it. But it's going to be a running type of day.
Man,
running and defense is going to win us the game today. I'm telling you.
Well, I hope it is, and we'll have our victory Friday. And let's get it, man. I appreciate you for calling in, bro. And if you want to create a chart graph for me, man, let me know, and I got you, bro. You just shoot me that that invoice. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, bro?
What you mean?
Yeah,
Like I did the first time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot me an invoice.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll post it out. Got to be before this game, though, right? If I get it going. If you can, I put some pressure on it. It's like, dog, I don't have time for that. What do? I tell you what, do it for the Steelers week. Do it for Steelers week, then. You know.
I got you.
All right, bro. I don't want you to. I don't want your work.
If I could get it out, I get it. I get today's game out. If I could get it out, but most definitely the Steelers game for sure.
For sure, man. So people can have that chart graph, man, and your
right.
expertise on picking, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. That's all my bookies expert analyst, analysis from 100 grand. Yes, indeed, man. Shout out to you, man. 20-17 is his score prediction too, by the way. All right, let's do this. We have about 18 people in here.
The conference has been locked.
We're gonna lock it down, and we're gonna try to get to all of you all that's in here. Let's go. There's no clock gang right now, but just be mindful that we got 18 folks up in here, and I want to get to all of you guys, and I'm gonna grab me something to eat because y'all know I got a long day to show today. I got to do a pregame. We're gonna do a play-by-play game, and then we're gonna do the Bleacher Report. So that's a long list, and of course I want to get to all of you guys on today. I got smoke one for you from the 910. You in? Talk to me, man.
Yo, what's up, Love? Smoke one for you, brother.
Yes, indeed. What you got, bro?
What's going on with you, man?
Say again.
What's going on with you, man?
Oh man, sure. We talk football. What you got, bro? What you got?
Oh, no, nothing, man. Shoot. Did you see my last video I just posted for y'all?
Nah, man. You tagged me in it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I take a real good look at it. What you got for today, man? What's your score prediction, man?
That's a pretty good nugget right there. Oh yeah, I'm with my man. I'm like maybe 24, 17. I want to say.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. This game is like, bro. If we don't get together, bro, and get these guys playing on the outside right, bro, it's gonna be a long season, man.
Okay.
Really
so you saying it's gonna be a long season? It's gonna be. Yeah, I think that. If damn if you do, damn if you don't. You win this game, that's what the Cowboys supposed to do. If you lose this game, that's when everybody is going to drop fecal matters all over the Cowboys, fire and brimstones. But I would say that this should be a ramp-up game for a situation. I get what my guy 100 grand is saying, but I don't want to accept his future talk. But I would take it, though. I would take it. But I think that the Cowboys should score anywhere between 30 to 35 points this game to alleviate some of the things that we've been talking about, especially since and I know that their interior is really good as far as the Giants or what have you. They got edge rushers, but they got no DBs and they got no safeties that you can really be in fear of. So this should be a game where Dak Prescott eat, and this should be a game where Lamb and Ferg get the thing going, right?
Yeah. I wish Mike McCarthy would let Dak do his thing. Just let him do it, man. When he did show in the fourth quarter, and I like all Dak, bro. Just let him go. Just let him go, bro.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in. Smoke one for you, man.
Right,
appreciate you, man. Good call.
No problem, brother.
Yeah. So I've read that Peyton Manning once said that he didn't like a lot of motionings before the snap. And I like Dak Prescott, but he ain't no Peyton Manning into that degree. And I know the stats and numbers and stuff like that, but there need to be motion. This is a modern-day football league whereas the defenses, they are a little bit more craftier than what we've seen in the past. They are more athletic. They are more skilled to a degree. I think that you got to throw eye candy out there. You got to give them some motion. You got to give them some flashes. You got to do some end arounds. You can't be stagnant. I don't mind if you open up this game with a run, right, with an end around reverse sweep. Don't just give it to Brandon Cooks this time. Let CeeDee Lamb eat off of that. Let my guy Kevontae Turpin do that. I want those type of things. You can get Those are things that you can do, right? It don't have to be creative, whereas you putting a Hunter Luepke on the outside as the X wide receiver. We ain't talking about that. And we ain't talking about flea flicker play one. But what we're saying is just motion a little bit, Mike, and run. Those are the two things that we're looking for. I got from the 214, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's good, La?
Hey,
man, I got to tell you, man, I really thought that people were going to be down on the Cowboys going into this game, but I'm hearing more of the same BS people were saying before we got hammered in that Ravens game.
Yeah. Same sound.
So let me ask you something, okay? Because I'm not going to get down on the Cowboys too much, but
right.
Let's say we come out here and we win this game. What do you think Jerry Jones is going to say on that press conference?
Okay. Jerry gonna flex a little bit, but now is not the time to flex, because what we need to do, we need 3 solid wins. We need to win tonight. We need to beat the Steelers. They need to come back at home and let people know that, hey, we can win 2 times on the road, and home is not a curse for us. We can win at the crib, and it'll be a game whereas the Lions, they haven't forgot what happened last time. So we need 3 wins in a row. We go on a bye week. We rest up, and we need to be locked, loaded, and ready for the Niners. So this is a pivotal game for me and for them.
No, I'm with you on that, but I mean, I think you and me probably agree. Jerry's going to say, "Oh, we're getting back on the good foot. We still got a ways to go. We got some things to fix, but this is a good start." Some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Now, what if we come out here and F around and lose this game? What do you think Jerry's going to say?
Somebody's going to get fired. I think it's somebody that's going to be of an importance that get fired. And it could be Solari. It could be Mike McCarthy. Believe it or not. It could be somebody of an importance. Or it could be, hey, Mike Zim is stepping down, and it's going to be, depending on how we lose, by the way, Mike Zim is stepping down, and Al Harris will be interceding as the defensive coordinator. I think that happened one time before. We had Money Kiffin, who fell asleep in the press box or something like that, and they said, you know what, mid-season, they said, hey, we're going to let him step to the side. That could be a tangible thing there.
So you think he'll do something for real, like make a move?
If it's an embarrassing loss, yeah. If it's like we lose by a field goal or something like that, nah. But it'll still be somebody's head's going to roll, right? Something got to happen.
I feel
you just can't go into a 3-game skid and then say, all right, everything's going to be peaches and cream going up against the Steelers, who's, I believe right now is undefeated and may win this weekend too. So they may be 4-0, whatever, you know. So that could be
now,
a situation.
I'm going to give my 2 cents in a second, but between those two, because it sounds like you're saying if we lose, Jerry will make some kind of move.
Some type of move.
What do you want to happen?
What I would love to happen, he necessarily, to me, don't have to fire anybody. But to me, he would have to pick up the phone and make like this trade thing, because we need help at wide receiver depending on how we lose, right? If we are to lose tonight, and he need to make some type of drastic move on interior play. Maybe somebody who got legitimate stones, right, that played in the National Football League. Or it have to be something of that nature. A legitimate running back if we can't run the ball against the Giants. It had to be something. You just can't go into this season on a 3-game skid and say, hey, everything is okay. We are 1-3. Don't panic. Don't press the panic button. No, at this time, you will have to make some type of drastic moves.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. And, whenever we lose to these, quote-unquote good teams, playoff teams,
right,
I feel like Jerry always comes up with some kind of excuse to where we don't do anything and we just roll with the punches on to the next one. But I've noticed, whenever we did the Amari Cooper trade a few years ago, after we were trying to do receiver by committee, Jerry will only make a big move mid-season if he feels like he has no other options left. And to me, if we lose to the Giants, that's pretty much as bad as it gets. Respect, they're in the division, yada, yada, whatever, but there's no reason why we should go out here and lose to this team.
Yeah.
So I'm never going to root against the Cowboys. I'm a lifer. But honestly, man, I don't see us going anywhere this season unless we make a big change to the roster or the coaching staff or both. And I feel like it's going to take a loss to a team like the Giants for that to happen. So all that is to say, man, if we lose tonight, I'm good either way. I'm going to be eating my popcorn, watching those press conferences.
No doubt, man. Sam, appreciate you for calling in from the 214. This is Sam. Sam, before you leave, what's your score prediction?
Oof, my score prediction. I don't see him blowing us out. I'm gonna go 28 Giants, 21 Cowboys.
28. Okay. Hey, I'll take the dub though. Appreciate you, Sam. Yeah. Oh my God, that is a conundrum. Would you rather lose today, ladies and gentlemen? And I'm not putting loss out there in the atmosphere. For the Cowboys owner to realize they've effed up and they go and make a trade? Or would you rather win today and they say, hey, everything is okay, or would you rather win and then they still make a trade? Because I think that if we really want to do something deep down in the postseason, because I'm call me crazy, I think we can still make it to the postseason. I think we're going to win today, and I think we're going to figure out things down the stretch. But I really think that this Cowboys team, they still need to go out there and get a veteran guy to help alleviate some of this. You can't go into this thing and hope that through osmosis that everything is going to help itself out. No, you got to make it happen. Connolly says, has Mike McCarthy checked out, as he knows that it was a lie to get the job? The Jones are billionaires, but Cowboys are their main cash flow. It shows by just sitting on $27 million. That, my friend, that's a loaded question, Connolly. Mike McCarthy, and we can say, hey, I root for Big Mike. He's the coach over here. But if he don't give us any actions with play actions, emotions, and things like that, if he don't show that he's capable of, let me see if I got it there. If he's capable of improving play action, improving motions, improving some screen stuff, just the stuff that you know for sure. You probably can't help yards per rush as much because that's just physicality and versus physicality and what have you with skill set. But the things that you can improve are the play actions and motions and screenplays. Those are things that you call. If he don't improve that number, then he checked out. He checked out of it. He's not in touch with what's going on with the National Football League. So, and then it will be time for him to go if he can't improve those things. Cowboys, Stephen Cowboys says, what's up, Law Nation? This northern New Jersey boy is going to represent the Star tonight at MetLife. Let's do our best to make them see the stars. Yeah. Let me know, man, if you got a Law Nation hat on, man, or if you got a Law Nation hoodie. If the camera panned around, Stephen, that would be nice for the brand, But I appreciate you if you're going to be at the game, man. Can't wait to see you represent. Slick81, we love Law Nation. Appreciate you, man. I love y'all too, man. Yeah, at least scream, man. Yeah. Let me go to my guy. We got this lineup next. We got Daryl. We got my guy MJ. Then we got Reggie B. Is that Reggie Bush? Let me know. For the 904, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man. Brought to you by my bookies. You live, Daryl.
Hey, Law. How you doing, sir?
Man, hey, I'm rolling, man.
Oh man, this has just been a crazy past couple of weeks, man.
It's been one.
Our defense getting gashed, and I was like, man, we don't have no defensive tackles that just try to help stop that run. We can't stop the bleeding from that, man. These little cheap Band-Aids that we have, that we can't stop it. I know we got rid of our draft pick that we had, and we're really trying to shore up what we need to do to try to stop that run, man, because that's the only thing that's really killing us right now. Because, man, we had a chance to get Derrick Henry, and we let him go to Baltimore, and look what he did to us. Because I know that's what he was trying to tell Jerry. See, that's what you should have had, and he showed the product out there on the field.
Right.
So, and now we got Dalvin Cook, and they're afraid to put him out there on the field. And we trying to do this running back by committee and trying to figure out what are we doing, Lawman, because like I really don't understand what we're trying to do. Because like we don't have no kind of identity.
Yeah, we've been banging on the table for identity for a long time, right? We've been talking about what will be the identity of this team, what is this team is all about, and we still don't know. You know, we check the box, you know, they, them, we don't even pick he, him, or her. You know what I'm saying? It's just they, them. I don't know, them boys. They need to have an identity. You know, they need to identify themselves as something, and we don't have that here.
I know it because each one of them, I tell you, each one of the 53 guys, they need to look themselves in the mirror.
Right.
And starting tonight, because if they don't do nothing tonight, and I really hate to say it, they really the season is going to be very long for them because they really going to put themselves in the rabbit hole. They're going to be either coming in as a wild card, and everybody's going to be laughing at them, especially old big forehead Stephen A. Smith behind, because I'm tired of hearing him on ESPN. I'm really sick of him. And the rest of these trolls that be getting on me on Facebook, because I be shutting my Facebook down. I ain't going to even sit here and lie and sugarcoat it, because I be on there with my turnover chain too. You know what I'm saying? So I be on there, be showing my stuff too. I stand up with my S on my chest. And I ain't been like that since week 1, Law, and I've been mad. So you know, and they be trolling me now. So I was like, man, I can't even put my S out there on my chest on there. Man, I'm sick. I'm really sick. I'm telling you, I said, man, they need to do something tonight, man, so I can put my S back on my chest now. I got to feel good again. But I do hope they pull this thing out because Dak hasn't lost to them since his rookie year, and I do kind of feel good about it. But that front seven, that do kind of scare me a little bit, and I know that running game is kind of iffy, and Giants do they don't have a good back, but they do have a decent back that can actually put up some yards, even though he got more yards than all 3 of our backs combined. Right. That's really a shame. But I think they're gonna score some points, but I think we're gonna outscore them. And I think we'll win 35-27, man.
All right, let's go, man. I'm still mad at the 27 points that they are able to accumulate if that's the case. But I appreciate you, man.
That's the only reason, because they're gonna try to run the ball against us, and I think we're gonna kind of come out in the end because the defense is gonna kind of step up. Because you know we're gonna try to step. We're probably gonna start out slow again because we're always gonna have this false starts and all this old crazy stuff. Right. Just like we did in the Baltimore game. Then we came back strong in the end. Then the defense will step up after that. That's the only reason I know it's going to be a high-scoring game. That's the only reason I put it that way, because I figured they're going to come back strong and we're going to finish strong in the end.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, bro. Yeah.
All right, Law. Take care, man. God bless you.
Likewise, man. That's Daryl from the 904. I got the 206, and then I got Reggie. All right, so from the 206, MJ, you live on the Nation, man, brought to you by My Bookies. Talk to me.
What up, Law? I think it might be funny, though. These fools might flip the script on us, win on the road, but lose at home. Ain't that crazy?
All year long, yeah. And then you win your only division games at the house. Yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that would be crazy. That would be flat out crazy.
That would be crazy. But I don't know. I'm glad they do not. I think that guy they bring it up. He playing the slot, right?
Amani.
Yeah,
he's a boundary corner. Plays on the outside.
Okay.
Yeah, he's boundary. I think that our best DB so far this season, believe it or not, is
number two.
Jay Lew's better. Jay Lew, the stone they rejected, becomes the chief cornerstone of this defense in the secondary. He's been our best guy so far. Yeah.
Yeah. Jay Lew right now is the best corner. It's all going down to, you said it, if Mike McCormick don't get creative and stop running them stale plays, what everybody know we do, because you can play corner for the Giants tonight, because we know what he going to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So he make it easy for everybody else, and Dak Prescott has to stress and do all this, and then, the make him look stupid. So, I'm like I tell you, McCormick, whatever his name is, Fat Boy. I'm just calling him Fat Boy.
Mike,
if
yeah.
Fat Boy don't come,
Mike,
no, his new name is Fat Boy. If Fat Boy don't, that's his new name. I'm done with him. And Darius is right. I was trying to get this dude, but this guy don't be creative, man, in his play. I watch everybody else get creative. Even the Giants got creative last week. I said, can we please get some screens to the right halfback, put the right receivers in?
Yeah.
You still, I'm saying, the receivers are cool, but I got to say one thing, Law.
Go ahead.
Law, everybody else got rookie receivers all over. And free agent receivers showing off.
Uh-huh.
That's what I was trying to tell. So let me tell Law, everybody got, even the Redskins, the Buffalo got young receivers first year showing off. Why we can't have the same with our receivers? Because we don't play them. We don't play them. They got the some boring routes. Tonight, if I don't see number 9 and number 3 going deep, I say, here we go again, y'all.
Yeah.
And the score, I think the score will be, I'm hoping we win, y'all. You know me, I'm always positive. But you see, I lost it. He made me lose it, Law.
What's the score prediction?
Fat boy made me lose it. Can I give you 2?
Go ahead.
Okay. The 2, I think we can win. If he call the right plays, like you said, Law, with the motion and all that, they could put up at least 24, I'll say 24-17. But if he don't, it'd be the flip side.
Yeah.
They 24, we 17. Because it's bad play calling. And if we lose tonight, the whole Cowboy nation is finna go crazy. Because right now, Law, they are tearing me up. The Pittsburgh fan base, the Eagles fan base in L.A., they are tearing me up because I was talking smack. He done made me look stupid. So,
no doubt, man. I appreciate
how
you,
about
man.
the Cowboys?
How about them?
And let's pray today, Cowboy Nation. Let's pray that Fat Boy called the right place. Salute.
Salute, man. Man, y'all. They throw some stuff at calling the man Fat Boy, man. Look, hey, if we can get this variations of Mike McCarthy, then that will be the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal here. So many people, man. So many people have their mixed up usage of words and things like that. But, I get it, But I got Reggie, man, from the 843. You're live on The Nation. Talk to me, man.
Yo, Law.
It was good.
Salute, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, I want to make some quick points because I know I got a line behind me and you got short on time. Yeah. Number one, I think this should play Lemke and Vaughn more in the running game. You already had 3 games and you're not getting any serious results from your running back by committee. I said, give Lemke some chances and give Vaughn a chance to touch the ball in the open field. I mean, put him out there in space, man. He could do some dangerous things out in space. But like everyone's been saying, they just got to get creative.
Yeah.
And another thing, I seriously believe, I hear Fish been talking about it all offseason. The Joneses were thinking about blowing up the team. But how could you really blow up the team if you sign Dak and you sign CD?
Right.
So, I mean, you still have 2 big name players still on your salary. But what about everybody else? You're going to blow everything else up? So I'll hang up and let you take over, and I think the Giants going to win tonight 28-14.
28-14. Giants win 28-14, then, yeah. And, Reggie, you made a good points all together on that. How the Cowboys operated, what he brought to my attention. and it hit me. Hell no, 28-14. Hell no. If Giants do that, boy, my guy Bad Dog would never let me make it. What was happening here, and I'm thinking, I'm trying to craft my words to say it the best way. That's why I'm pausing so long. It hit me when he said it that way. It appears that the Cowboys were heading this offseason down to blow up this team. And they panic. Have you ever been like that, y'all? You wanted to make a decision, you know. Do I press the button? Do I don't? You know. Do I trust but I don't? You know. And I think that by the actions that they moved, that they were all in to blowing up this team. And the deciding factor on them not blowing up this team was how terrible Trey Lance looked. If Trey Lance had, if he had the kind of caliber of preseason games that Dak Prescott had his rookie year, what have you, they would have blew this team up. They wouldn't have paid CD. They wouldn't have paid Dak Prescott. I think that's the only way that can make the justifications of how they made this decision. The realization was that they was in that spot. They're going to go to the grave and say, nah, man, we always believed in Dak Prescott. We always believed in CeeDee Lamb. But them boys, it just hit me. That's the only logical reason, because no other solution. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's the only thing. And they're going to go to their grave saying it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go to their grave saying that, because I don't think that you can paint the picture that it can be any other way and say, yeah, man, I always believed in this dude. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. And some people like that, and they like that in their particular life right now. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. And the last caller, it messed me up when he said it. Yep. That is a picture of Jerry Jones right there. That is the picture of him. 'Cause I can't literally think of it any other way on how they moved this entirety of the offseason. From training camp all the way up until 3 minutes before kickoff. Them Joker was like, you know. Right? Yeah. And it was good until it happened. Yep. That's exactly what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Because we didn't the only move that they made this offseason was Eric Kendricks. I can't think of any other way. And that caller messed me up, y'all, when he said that, you know, because they're like, let's go ahead and just pay him, you know, because damn, Trey Lance is just too terrible for right now. All right. Ice cold. He know I'm telling the truth. Yeah, y'all know I'm telling the truth. Yep. Shoot. And I hate that it's like that. I can't think of any other way whereas we can say, yeah, we truly believe in Dak Prescott. We truly believe in Lamb. It had to be like that. And somebody need to Photoshop, like, blow it up or pay Dak. Or blow it up, pay Dak, you know what I'm saying, and CeeDee Lamb. And that was the only thing. And it was like, do you stay in or you stay out? Some of y'all are born off of that decision. Papa was like, do I stay? Oh, yeah, you know, that's the junior, you know, because I don't know. Yeah, y'all know I'm telling the truth. For the 603, you're live. Talk to me, man, Cowboy Roy.
Hey, Law.
It was good.
Hey, Law. Hey, man. Hey, Cowboy Nation, y'all listen properly. What Law just said is facts. They spent the whole training camp on one player. Not on the defense, not on the offense, not on the rookies, it was about one player and one player only. So you guys listen properly because he's spitting the facts on that aspect of this team. Now, we got a stop in the run game. We are not able to do it. So why don't we just make a cheap move?
Yeah.
Cut my man Tyrus Wheat. Sorry, man, you got to go. I need your roster spot. And go pick up Saika Ika off the Cleveland Browns practice squad and see if this kid can play.
Okay.
You ain't going to cost you nothing. Ain't going to cost you nothing but a roster spot. And if he don't work out, you can always get him out of here. But let's do something on the cheap and see if this kid can play. 6'3", 335 pounds. Put him at the one and see what he can do. But we got to do something. You're just going to sit on your fat thumbs and do nothing.
Yeah.
That's what's bothering me. The Cowboys ain't doing nothing to try to fix this.
Try to fix it. That's that oops, baby. You know, that's the only thing that I can think of. And it's killing them, you know. 231 million guaranteed for Dak. 136 million guaranteed, I think, for Lamb or whatever it may be. That's just what it is. And I think I'm stuck now thinking about that's just what happened. Because like you said, no other move was set up for tangible success for this year. No other move.
No. I mean, if we get to the playoffs, it's just going to be a blessing from God. If we even make the playoffs, because we haven't done anything to improve this team. Nothing.
Yeah.
It was about one player, Trey Lance. The whole Trey Lance. Yeah. And it blew up in their faces and they mad. It blew up in their faces and they're mad. You know? That's what happens when you play them tables at Las Vegas. Sometimes you lose.
Hit me. You should have stopped a long time ago. Oh man, how can we ever recover ground now? Because damn, it's literally that. Because Mike McCarthy, he don't have a contract beyond this year. Zim don't have a contract beyond this year. And you done went on ahead and said, you know what? To save face, because we done messed up. We messed up with this Lance thing. Let me just go ahead and pay these guys because it's not going to get any better from here, you know.
Right. Well, hey, look, I think I don't have a problem with the coaches except for Solari. And London Wells should be helping. He is in his bio. I just looked at London Wells' bio. He was an offensive line coach, helping with Solari the first time around in the Giants.
Right.
Put him back in that position. Let him work with the offensive line more. Bump him up in pay. I don't have a real problem with the coaches. It's just the defense is what's bothering me. And then I would like to see Flournoy put up. Number 80 needs to be playing, man. Let him play. Let him play. Hey, just go to talk to Brandon Cooks and say, hey, man, your knee's hurting. We're going to have you sit out a couple games. We're going to bring a Flournoy. Hey, there you go.
No doubt.
See what you can do. Because this looks like it's going to be a lost season.
Yep, and we got every capability to regain, but man, we behind the 8 ball. Appreciate you so much, Cowboy Roy, for calling in.
Man.
What's your score prediction? What's your score prediction?
I like a 20-17, man, Cowboys. I'm never gonna pick up against my boys, man. But
yeah,
2017, man.
2017. Yeah, he sound like Nate, man. He sound like Big Nate, man. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah. Big Nate, when he do score prediction, he said Cowboys win. Shout out to Big Nate Newton, man. Think about this. Your neighborhood that you live in, if it's a nice one, it's not planned by chance. Your zoning district, your classifications of where you at, because that's what we do in econ, right? We map things out 5 to 10 years in advance, right? We already know that plot of land, that's where Starbucks is going to be at. And we know it's going to attract this set of people, right? We know where if a Chick-fil-A is going to bring in these kinds of caliber of people. We're going to build that in that community. We're going to build a church. We're going to build a hospital. People plan that stuff out. The Cowboys, like my guy said, man, it just hit me. It was in Dan Quinn. They didn't think that Dan Quinn would just up and leave. Keep in mind, he was never fired, right? They thought they could run it back again. But Dan Quinn left on it under his own power. And it was in that spot. What do we do? What do we do? Rex Ryan, bring him in for an interview. Bring Zim in for an interview. Rex Ryan said, hey, out of his words, out of his mouth, they couldn't offer me the money. Zim already had a house in Dallas, already lived here. I just go with the lesser money. That's literally what they did, even with the coaching staff on the defensive side. Keep this in mind. There's no salary cap as it relates to coaching. They are billionaires with a B. And they just said, you know what? We're not finna pay you this. We're just going to go with the lowest price technically acceptable. You know what I'm saying? They went with the lowest price. That's what they did. From the 702, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by my bookies. Talk to me.
Hello?
Hey, man, what's good on?
Yeah, I just wanted to say you need to get it together. You can't take no more demoralizing losses like this. I got too many Giant fans as cousins, and I don't need to hear this.
Oh, yeah, but I think we still gonna win now. But them the last caller before last in 2014, I don't see us losing that bad or us losing at all to the Giants, by the way. I think we're going to be victorious. I think we're going to figure out ways to come back on top of things. But I'm just looking at how the Joneses literally moved, on how they contracts and things like that.
Oh, they definitely penny pinch, and that's one of our biggest problems, I believe. I believe that we don't take enough time in the offseason, like everybody say. We don't put in the proper places, and we wait until everything collapses, and then it's, what do we do now? We shouldn't have to wait for all that. Because the fans, we're getting tired of looking sad, and I know the players are tired of looking sad. We need to fix it. We need to get it together. And I'm never going to say that we're going to lose, so my score prediction is going to be 28-17 Cowboys.
28-17, and I think that they can still build upon that. It's a divisional game. It will be a great time for us to celebrate and have a Victory Friday party, right?
Definitely.
And then you can build on that, but we got to be ready because people fail to realize. I'm gonna make it my business to let Parsons know that the Steelers are a rivalry game. You know what I'm saying? Because remember last year, he didn't know that the 49ers was a rivalry game. So I'm going to let him know, we're going to be live like Parsons. It's a rivalry game,
We need to put our whole team on notice. We need to put our whole franchise on notice. Facts. Every game is a rivalry game. Every game is a rivalry.
True, because people stand up to play us. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Who doesn't want to have a mockery to say, we beat the Cowboys? I mean, just the other day I was going down my memes, and I'm scrolling down Instagram and Facebook, And one of the memes was so real, I just had to post it, and it was about my team. But it was they did one like New Jack City,
right?
And they was looking at Jerry Jones and how he would look at Dak and CD. I built $1 million corporation, burn the rubble. So I had to post it. And I'm tired of the memes. I'm tired of us being the poster board. Every single last clip you see on is Stephen A. Smith. Here he comes. I hate him. He's not hating me.
Oh my goodness. You sure right with that one,
and we got to deal with this every day when we wake up. I'm like, come on, we got to get it together, Cowboys. We can't keep doing this to ourselves. And we can't argue amongst ourselves. We got to keep that in the locker room. That's another thing that we need to make an emphasis of. D-Law and Micah Parsons over there on the sideline. Right. Dang near read his lips and what he said. Keep that for the locker room. You know what I mean? We don't need everybody seeing that there's turmoil within the building.
Especially on the same side, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, you're right with that, man. Appreciate you for calling in, fam. What was the score prediction again? I forgot. What you had?
28-17 Cowboys.
28-17. Appreciate you, man, from the 702. I got from the 832, last but not least, man. Jeremy, you're live, man. Come on with it.
What's up, Law? This season is reminding me so much of 18, man.
Shoot, facts.
And I don't like it.
Yeah.
I do not like it at all, man.
Yup.
And
the expectation was still Super Bowl, right? That was Dak Prescott's third season in the National Football League, and they blew up the thing. People fail to realize that they blew up
everything.
Yeah.
They blew up everything.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they did that on a small scale. Like, you got rid of the veteran cornerback. You got rid of Pollard, our explosive running back. Like, you let Tyron Smith go. I mean, it was kind of time for him because I got tired of him missing important games.
Yeah.
But, man, we got to – for us to get our confidence back, we got to blow these people out.
Yeah.
Like, it can't be like no close. If it's a close game, we're going to have a long season long. Because I don't think they can beat us. I think Dak and, like, CD, he came out and apologized because I was very disappointed in CD, man. Like, I know you keep bringing up JJ, but JJ never had a quarterback like that. And he never displayed what CeeDee Lamb displayed on the sideline, bro. He never did that.
That's one of the things that, you know, I was on that hill. I fought for CeeDee Lamb to be better than Justin Jefferson, you know, Jay Jetta. But I think that Jay Jetta, to a degree, is more mature. I think that Jay Jetta, to a degree, holds his composure a little bit better. And, of course, you know, he is phenomenal, and he just looks like – and I know people going to say, well, Law, how can you say that because they're winning? But I just don't see those things that CeeDee Lamb displays. And I'm not beating up CeeDee Lamb for the pouting on the sideline and stuff like that, because that's what most of the wide receivers do anyhow. And I'm not mad at CeeDee for wanting to ask for the bag. But at some point in this game, in the games in the future, he's going to have to display that level of mindset of what Michael Irvin said. Never. He said he would never get mad at his quarterback because that's the guy that got to give him the ball. And all Michael Irvin said when he was mad and upset, he just wanted the ball in the area. He going to make the reception. You know what I'm saying? However that statement goes. But, yeah, I feel what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, like I said, I totally agree with that. Like I said, I like CeeDee, man, a whole lot. Like, I just want to see him dominate. Like, I see it in him. I know he got him in him, man. I know he can dominate. He just got to stay focused, man. Like I say, that relationship with him and Dak is very important, and he got to realize that, man. Like, because I can see that dynamic duo just. I can see just like a whole lot of that dynamic duo for the next 6-7 years, man. I can just see it.
Yeah.
So my prediction, like I said, we need to blow these guys out. Like I said, we have it on offense, defense. Hopefully they'll eventually pick it up because I just don't see it. I just don't see it on the side. So I want the score to be 38. I'm gonna say 38-20.
38-20. Okay. Yeah. And I'm still mad at them 20s, but I take 38-20.
I mean, I'm gonna give him a couple. I gave him 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals.
Yeah. I take that dub, man. We partied all night tonight, man. 38-20. I got you locked in, Jay, man. I appreciate you for calling in, fam. Yeah.
Appreciate you too. How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? So we'll see how all of this works out, man.
Goodbye.
We'll see how all of this works out, man. Micah Irvin also never dropped a pass from Troy in the regular or postseason. This is from Soul Goddess. Wow. Yeah. The Cowboys, we are the only ones that can flip this around, right? And if I didn't read out your super chats, let me know. But I want to give a special shout out to Marquita. Thank you so much for your $20 Cash App fund. Appreciate you. And then Pamela. Appreciate you so much for your $20 support, man. I really appreciate that. That's $40, man. I thank y'all so much, man. I'm going to give me a good meal out for that. The oops sometimes can be the best ones, right? The unplanned situation, the late hesitancy. Do I stay in or do I get out of it? And sometimes it can be the worst decision ever of your life, but you got to live with those decisions, right? And that's where we're at. Jerry Jones looked at this situation and he betted against the quarterback. He betted against the wide receiver. And these are the outcomes, meaning that now you got $27 million on the back end. You don't have it on the front end. Now what happens here, collectively speaking, when you do that, maybe, just maybe, you got more money than the opposing people that spend all of it on the front end. So the Cowboys, in order to get in front of this, in my opinion, I think that they're going to have to operate from the trade aspect of it, right? They're going to have to figure out a way, if they really want to get that 1 or 2 player to get them over the edge or get them over the hump, they're going to have to go do that. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen where someone said, well, with Justin Jefferson, he do have Aaron Jones over there, who's running the hell out of that ball, by the way. So my thing is, we don't have that here, right? So we're going to have to figure this out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God we got a long way to go. We need 10 to get in. This is from Albert. And I think that we can get in. You know, sometimes all it takes is for you to have 1 or 2 momentum games to get going, right? I think the Vikings had that. They played against the Washington team week 1. Then I think they played against the 49ers. They used that leverage and that balance to give them momentum, to give them a sense of comfort. They're 3-0 right now, right? We've seen teams to start off fast, to die off real quickly too. But what I'm saying to you guys is that this particular team, don't y'all allow the 3-ladder and the 4-ladder networks to take your joy away. Because if it's an opportunity for them to take a dump upon you, they will do just that if we lose. So we got to go into this game with the mindset that we are winning, right? Yeah. Trip Aces says Prize Picks, that stuff. I feel you, man. Shout out to Prize Picks. But, hey, everything is sponsored by My Bookies on this episode, and you can be sure to check out My Bookie. Use promo code LAW Nation, and we can match up to $1,000 on your first 100% on your first deposit. So we can match up to $1,000. So that is a brilliant promo there for you guys. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in to these type of episodes, Cowboy Nation. If we offended anyone, charge it to my beard, not my heart. Cowboys, let's be victorious tonight. Let's stand tall or not at all. I will see you guys. That was deep, Law. You are so correct. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, you got to get the streak going. Just get it going. Just get it going. That's all we need. They going to look. The goalpost, I'm telling y'all, you are not finna beat. You see, I'm kind of worried a little bit because the 3-letter and the 4-letter network, they done woke up, right? For those who just not tuning in, they done woke up. Now they on our side. They see what we seen, right? And I got some people, who will argue and say, well, Dak Prescott always had these weaponries and these sort of things. Look, the real facts have this. It's always been this, right? For those who've been following my channel, y'all know it's always been like this. And watch, I guarantee you, when you read the comments that's under this post, Dak Prescott had offensive line, but they don't quantify the fact that Tyron Smith was always hurt. We had a guy out of our center to get sick all of a sudden, so he had to retire. And we had Joe Looney and Ty Nasucky and Cam Fleming and Cam Irvin, all of the Cams, and like I said, Ty Nasucky, Chaz Green, and we held on to Joshua Ball, Matt Walesko. See, they ain't gonna quantify those type of things. This is I'm gonna read these comments because I got a little time. 2024 looks like 2018. It looks like last year was left over from Kellen Moore, just like 95 Super Bowl belongs to Jimmy more than Barry. Yeah. He talked about that. But Carter Ring says, this is not true. And probably the most annoying part about our fan base, Dak has had great offensive lines. Like, here, that's a narrative that everybody runs with. Dak Prescott, he had a great offensive line. And if somebody can go in and respond to Carter Ring, let them know, like, what year? Just ask me, what year? We've been putting pieces together on this offensive line since 2015. That's before Dak got here. The healthiest this offensive line been was 2016. 17, we had my guy Tyron Smith out majority of the time. 2018, we had my guy got hit with all type of diseases, no center, right? And then, of course, we had Tyron Smith to be out in that game, in those series, right? So when you're talking about great, this is not the run that most people think. It's just the 3-letter and the 4-letter networks poison this man's head, right? Dak had great offensive line, great weapons, big contracts, continue to get excuses built in for him, right? So when we start talking about this, right? In 2000, let's slide over from 18 because we know what happened in 18. We started that season off 3-5, right? And they're just giving people history lessons, right? Because people always think that we always had this great offensive line and great weapons. In 2018, who was our great weapon? Who was it, right? In 2019, you literally had Jason Garrett as your head coach on a contract year. All of a sudden in 2019, you give a rookie play caller out of Kellen Moore. Y'all still see to this day he's making mistakes. And he was our play caller in 2019. And we still had issues with our defense. We all remember that. And on top of that, those were the things. Yes, we had Amari Cooper in that 2019. And yes, we had all of these things. But you still had Jason Garrett. Whereas me and Jason Garrett can go apply for a job in the National Football League and we get the same answer. The answer will be no. In 2020, there was a situation where we got Mike Nolan. On top of that, that was Mike McCarthy's first year. They had $90 million, and we brought in Ontario Poe. So we supposed to win the Super Bowl in 2020? See, people don't understand that, man, we haven't had a great team. The only time we had that great team that everybody can talk about, I will give you this. 2021 was our greatest chance of having that assembled team, whereas you had Amari Cooper, you had CeeDee Lamb, you had Dak Prescott coming back from that injury, by the way, that most quarterbacks off of that gruesome injury take years to come back from. And on top of that, here's the craziest part of it all. He had a pulled calf muscle. That just last season, there's a guy that everybody can name that he could turn water into wine. had that same pull calf muscle, and he couldn't stay in. And his name is Joe Burrows. There's thousands of people who would say, give me Joe Burrows over Dak. But with his pull calf muscle, he couldn't win nothing. But see, people don't quantify that coming off of an injury like that. And they say, well, Dak Prescott's supposed to win in 2021. Get over it. You know, yes, he done had his bone all snapped up and muscles and all of this stuff loosed. But, hey, don't worry about it. We're supposed to win in 2021. Don't nobody quantify coming off of an injury like that. But he had big weapons and great contracts in 2021. That I will say. If anybody want to argue against 2021, then have at it. But that was our only chance. But what we did after 2021, ladies and gentlemen, we blew that up. We got rid of Amari Cooper. We got rid of some of the key players on defenses, and we said, okay, let's run it back with these type of things in 2022. Yeah. So I've seen for 14 years, I know can only hope that a complete implosion and it will get better for the Super Bowl win at this point. Yeah, the first time I have agreed, that is bullshit. I remember when Dak Prescott had a leading rusher, a star wide receiver, the best offensive line. He don't remember that. He don't remember that because what year? That was 2000. Dak Prescott had a leading rusher in 2016. We made it to the playoffs. In 2018, he had the leading rusher who was also, I think there was a struggling leading rusher because he was trying to do everything. We were 3-5 for that leading rusher, by the way. And then we didn't have no wide receiver. So that's where JT87 is not even looking. He's only listening to the 3-ladder and 4-ladder network. He only listening to the 3-ladder, 4-ladder network. We had Jason Garrett at that time. Don't nobody quantify the fact that we had Jason Garrett. And I get it. You looking at the you looking for any narratives for excuse of your quarterback being trash. Yeah, this is from Philadelphia Eagle fan. He don't have no dog and no ball in that fight. Yeah, and now the gang, Dak just not good. He's good at making plays and blah, 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 blah. So I get it. You know, those trolls will sit up under here and they will refute the information that these guys
I'm just sitting
said.
here listening to you guys talk. We can see how bad it is, but as you guys start having the week to dissect the film, it feels to me like it gets worse and worse.
Yeah, and part of this reason is I don't think there's an offense in football that sets their quarterback up to fail more than the Cowboys do with Dak Prescott. The fundamental ways to get your quarterback to play better or make it easier to play better. You run the football, the Cowboys can't. You use play action, the Cowboys don't. You use motion, the Cowboys don't. You throw screens, the Cowboys don't.
Yeah.
They're bottom 3 or 4 in a couple of them, bottom 10 essentially in all of them. In many ways, they're saying, Dak Prescott, we want this to be as hard as possible on you. Greeny, it reminds me a little bit, I don't know if you remember, when Brady went down to Tampa initially, the way that I categorized it was easy for him to be like, this guy sucks. No, they're making it hard to execute consistently.
I got land on the moon. If you feel as if though just for 2024 that this is the Cowboys' philosophy and ways and principles, that's not up for debate. If you're trying to win at all costs, you figure out ways to scrape, to fight. You figure out ways to be better, 1% better than what you were the previous day. There's no way in life that all of a sudden they come up to this conclusion to operate like this, when this been the fight of their philosophy since day one. We like Ezekiel Elliott. We like Tony Pollard. But they were never used in the proper ways. That's not up for debate. We like Amari Cooper. We like what he was able to bring to the table. There's no possibility that he was used in the correct way and got rid of him for a 5th-round draft pick. That's not improving your team. That's worse. That's hurting your team. Those, write this down and put it and commit it to be your memory. Those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. The facts and the truth of the matter takes his time to knock on your door. Those who understand that Barry Switzer, yeah, he coached this team, but the philosophy and the principle and the angles of the players came from Jimmy Johnson. So, this game, going up against the Giants, if Mike McCarthy, if, that's the operative word, if Mike McCarthy is worth the grain of salt that he is, then he will figure out a way to help elevate this team, to help motivate this team, to be the coach that can give us a little bit more play actions, to be the coach that can give us a little bit more motions, to be the coach that can figure out and come up with a grand solution to establish the screen pass, to establish and set up the yards per rush. Why are these important, Law? Because it helps the Cowboys offense. And because the teams that's winning, they are doing such. You don't move to Alaska and expect it to be hot, right? You don't come to this show to expect not to get knowledge too. You don't come to Texas and expect for it to be cold. You don't go to a water park and say, I don't want to get wet. Come on, baby. You go to those places because they are known for certain things. So identify yourself, Cowboy Nations. Who are you? Why are you here? And where are you going? Should be the mindset. And damn it, if you the Cowboys, you don't be a Cowboy fans and not expect to get the heat. Not expect for everyone to laugh and scoff at you and make fun of you. It comes with the territory. Heavy is the crown, as they say. Yeah. But you got to be willing to fight. And I say these things, and I apply these things to this one and finite thing that's unrefutable to argue against. If there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view, unless what they bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, write this down. Keep it at a moderate tone. Raised voices only turn those hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was, brother, how about them Cowboys? I'll roll with them Cowboys. We them boys. The morals of life, live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart, to seek to rip him apart. Those mans you should never call a friend, because they bend those lies around the truth. To meet their end, Cowboy Nation. As I say, what are we? Where are you going? Are you able to stand tall or not at all in this mix? Don't press the panic button. Don't be that oops, look what I done done. Come on, Cowboy Nation. Let's be victorious in our approach. DC for life, not for short. Let's get it. We about. Come on with it. The Beard, appreciate you.
just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, yeah. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Count a check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside.
Yeah.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Revan now.
Hey.
I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, there's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Count a check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Yeah. Come
I just
on.
be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clothes.
Hey.
I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone.
Come on with it.
I've been really in the field. Let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just
A team with so many riches and fortune and fame, huh? That we got an Eagle fan in here. And we don't even play the Eagles today, but he's here watching greatness as it exudes and exhibits to his eardrums. Wishing that one day his organization and franchise can be close, or content creators be close to the levels of greatness over here. Can you imagine being a fan of Law Nation so much that he would rather fight amongst the comments to be accepted? But nobody can do it like Law, baby. So Daz, listen properly. He thirsty. Watch greatness, baby. And remember, during this time last year, put the camera back on me on my way out, because that's exactly what I need. During this time last year, I figured that the Eagles were 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. But let's give a warm welcome to my girl. Oh, she's so beautiful. And I heard that this is him right next to her. Yeah, this is him right next to her. Look at him in my t-shirt. Yeah. Look at Daz. Y'all looking great. But man, you have a good day and a better tomorrow, because you watching us greatness as we climb to the top. And hey, by the way, last I checked, I know the NFL don't start since 2000, because they always the Eagles love to use since 2000. Yeah, they got this and that. But at the end of the day, we the boss, because before you can talk noise, you got to go through Washington, right? They got more rings. Yeah. And you got to go through the Giants. Then there's us, So you at the low end or the bottom. So you've been looking up for so long that he got stomach muscles on his neck because he's been looking up. And so keep looking up. Stay on your knees, because that's where all of the Eagles are, including their fans. They on their knees. Because, come on, baby, that's facts, and that's not up for debate. And if anybody say, well, law, it's been since 1995, keep this in mind. What's keeping y'all from catching up? Come on up out of here. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Yeah. Come on. What's keeping y'all from catching up? We on vacation mode. We know our problem. Jerry Jones, we know our problem. What's y'all problem? Come on. Why y'all haven't caught up? The stomach muscles on their necks. The Eagles fans got an elongated neck because they've been looking up for so long. Come on, baby. Yeah, just be sure to swallow. Come on. Ha. Hey. Come on. Swallow, baby. Make sure you get the knee pads together, baby. He gonna cry in the car. Yo, you not being honest with yourself, King. You naming yourself king with 2 followers. You know, you want you the king of, oh my gosh. Come on, boy, y'all got me hot today in a good way. Hold on, slow my music down, slow my knees. King early. What, you the king of the necks over there? Because you've been looking up to. Come on, baby. The king of the necks is in here. Come on, baby. Don't be a coward, Law. I'm right here. You the coward. You the coward. You the king of the necks. The neck king. Keep looking up. You wasn't born a king. If you the king, then I'm God over you. Come on. What's a king to a god? Come on, baby.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, so I gave you everything I had.
You follow with me. What king follows? Come on, baby. Hey. Let's get it. Rex! He know who I am. We don't know who he is, but he a king. Is that your king? Is that your king?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
That's a lowly king. That's a king without fortunes. That's a self-proclaimed king without reign. Come on. That's a kingdom beneath us. Yeah, law hating on my kingdom. Yes, because it's beneath ours and you talking north. So we gonna pop off over here like we always do. DC for life, not for short. Come on with it. DC for life. Let's go. Peace. We about. Bandwagon King. Yeah, that's who he is. King of the necks. the neck kingdom.
If you wanna leave, baby, go ahead and leave.
Yeah, the glizzy gobble king.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.